Namaste all. Today is World Environment Day, that is 5th June. Let us understand some basics about this year's World Environment Day. The theme is Beat Plastic Pollution. If you are not aware about the history of the World Environment Day, so let me quickly tell you. It started in 1974 officially, and from then every year 5th June is celebrated as World Environment Day. And on this day, we spread awareness about environmental challenges and how to cope up with them. What are the solutions that we can implement as individuals, as organizations, right? So if you want to dig deeper into this history, so this is a video you can check. But today, let's focus on 2023. What are the challenges in front of us? Why it is important? And what are the solutions? Let's see why it is important. What is the context? So first, as the theme is about plastic, so let's understand what are the disastrous effects of plastic on first biodiversity. So there's 2 points that you have to consider. First is 19 to 23 million tons of plastic leak into aquatic ecosystem annually. There is an ocean, right? So we consider ocean as unlimited reserve, right? So it's a huge, and we would not be able to damage it, but we are doing it. Consider the weight of a person, average person, so it's around 70 kg, and consider this much, around 19 to 23 million tons of plastic leaching into it every year. It's a huge number, and every year it is increasing. Second point is, around more than 90% of the birds and fish are believed to have plastic particle in their stomach. I'll give you one challenge, okay? So wherever you are, just observe around you and please check how many items that you have are made up of plastic. So maybe if I tell you the pen that I am having, so that is of plastic, right? So my desk, my laptop, my computer, so they have some plastic part. My watch, it is also having some plastic part. The mic that I'm using, even about food, the grocery that we buy, that is also it is coming in plastic packaging. So it's all around us, and use has increased tremendously. And second reason why we should care about it is because plastic pollution is leading to climate crisis. In 2019, plastic generated 1.8 billion metric tons of greenhouse gases. It's around 3.4% of global total GHG emissions. It's huge, and it is increasing at tremendous rate. And second point that you should consider is 90% of the single-use plastics products are produced from fossil fuels or virgin feedstock. Plastic is produced from fossil fuels, okay? So it is a byproduct, and that's how, if 90% of the products are being used from fossil fuels or virgin feedstock, it means whatever we are consuming at such an alarming rate, it is getting into just incinerated, or it is just dumped away, which is not coming back into the cycle. And third is, what is the impact of human health? A plastic contains hundreds of chemical compounds. So additives are added, maybe that is UV retardant, or that is coloring pigment. So multiple chemicals are added into the plastic, and which are harmful for human health. Around 40% of the world's garbage is burnt, and 12% of it is plastic. So it's a huge pollution that we are creating, air pollution, and as well as those people who are handling the products, handling the waste, and as well as we as users are also getting negatively affected. So what it can do, it can cause cancer, it can cause obesity, diabetes, poor brain health. It can interfere with our immune system, it can interfere with our nervous system. So its problem is huge. I understand, we all agree. So what we can do, so this year's theme is Beat Plastic Pollution, and it is about finding the solution only. So what we can do is, as you can see, this is a website, as you can see on the screen, that is World Environment Day, and here with multiple stakeholders, so they have provided some great content for us. So as you can see, solutions to plastic pollution, which is very important. Solution is important, right? So you can watch this short video around 1 minute. This year is a reminder, World Environment Day 2023 is a reminder that people's action on plastic pollution matters. So you might be thinking about, what can I do, right? So that is something that we will get into today. Okay, I'll share one document that we have, practical guide that is being available on this website as well. So I'll explain this in short to you. But yes, there are many other options where you can contribute. I would encourage you, go to this website and get all the details firsthand. So now let's get back to our presentation. That is a practical guide from United Nations Environment Program with collaboration with multiple organizations that you can see on the screen. That is World Environment Day, Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, and the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management of the Netherlands. So let's see about what it is given over here. So first is, what is the scale of the problem, how can we solve this crisis, and how it is affecting us. So all that is explained in detail, and then you can dig in more detail with reference to your particular field. For example, if you are from agriculture, fisheries, energy, textile, so you can learn about what exactly they can do, right? And last is what more needs to be done, where we can contribute. So what is the scale of the problem? Let's understand it. So we are addicted to plastic. As I was saying to you at the start of the video, please observe around you how many things are made up of plastic, isn't it? It's a huge number. So we produce around 430 million tons of plastic a year, and 2/3 of which are short-lived. We are not thinking about long term. The social and economic cost of plastic pollution reach up to $600 billion per year. So this is unintended consequences, or I would say this is negative externality imposed on the poor people who have to manage with this waste. They have to pay this cost, the social cost, their health cost. And if we talk about microplastics, so these are the tiny fragments of the plastic. So maybe you're using shampoo many times, it has the microplastics. First, you should get more details, and accordingly your actions can be based where you can contribute towards environment. So plastic production has surged over past 50 years and expected to double over next 20 years. If no action is taken, plastic pollution is set to triple by 2060. Plastic pollution is a huge challenge for us, and if we talk about greenhouse gases, so its plastic represents 3.4% of global greenhouse gas emissions. I'm not explaining all the report, but I'm just highlighting key points from here where it will be relevant to you. And if you feel interested, so please go ahead and read this report by yourself. What we can do is purchase items with extended warranties that can be repaired, and ensure that you find a reliable recycler for when the product reaches its end of life. The most environment friendly product is the product that you don't buy. So if you don't have need, don't buy it. Break the habit of impulsive buying, because that is not leading our life towards betterness, I would say, but it is impacting us and planet as well, right? And as a non-government organization, maybe faith organizations, religious organizations, encourage people to talk about these issues. You can conduct some awareness campaigns, right? And then this is one thing that I feel that as an organization you can do is install free public water fountains at your office, public spaces, and events to encourage people to avoid single-use plastic water bottles. In many of the events that we see is plastic bottles are used. We should, as an organization, if we are organizing some event, we should avoid this, and this is doable. It's not that difficult. As a science and education organization, what you can do is, you can share the UNEP's research, their findings with students and colleagues, so that's possible. And in your premises, you can ban single-use plastic if you are a school or university. That we can do. And as a government, what I feel is, if you are in a governing body, so what what will give the biggest impetus to curbing the plastic pollution is mandate of extended producer responsibility. Many times when we talk about environment, these big organizations, corporates will say you, okay, so why don't you recycle the waste, right? Why you are throwing the waste here and there? But please understand that, yes, we agree that that is a part of problem, but that's not the root of the problem. Root of the problem is big organizations, corporates, which are using this plastic. They are not ensuring that the plastic or whatever packaging they are using, it is for long term. They are thinking about short term only. So how to earn more profit. Extended producer responsibility gives the responsibility of managing their waste, so that that cost will be added into the product and they will take care of their waste. Then as a cities, town and local authorities, what you can do is you can ban single-use plastic and it includes plastic bags, straws, cups, and promote reusable alternatives instead. Because what happens, economic sustainability is also very important for poor. First thing is also they have to feed their family, right? So it's difficult for them to buy alternative if that is costly. So as a government, as a society, we need to think that how we can make it affordable. If it is affordable, if it is easy to follow, then the environment friendly practices will grow, right? And then we have to ban the burning of waste and strengthen enforcement measures, because many laws are there, but the enforcement is where we are lacking. And business and industry, this is a very important point. You can read 20 companies produce more than half of single-use plastic. Only top 20 companies. So if understand this, the scale is very different. So as a single person, if I am, let's say, not throwing garbage here and there, I am properly segregating and giving it to local municipality. Consider the impact. And second, top 20 companies, top 50 companies coming together and working for a solution, and they are not using single-use plastic. The impact is huge. Design out waste is very important. So by intention at design phase itself, you design in such a way that it doesn't produce waste. So circular economy is something that we need to focus on. How this plastic pollution affects us, you will get more information over here, and from which sector these waste are coming from. So this is some interesting statistics over in this report, what progress is made. And here some myths are also explained. So first is, what about recycling? Some of the FMCG companies will tell you that, okay, so we are doing recycling and this is good, but that's not the whole picture. 46% of plastic is landfill, right? So you are creating garbage dump and it is not going to be retrieved easily. Recycling, yes, it's there, but the practicality of recycling, that needs to be checked. Second is about biodegradable. Complete biodegradation process happens in some specific environment, condition of temperature and pressure. Based on that, it will be biodegradable, and there is some duration of time as well. But throwing this biodegradable plastic anywhere, it is not at all biodegradable. It's just a normal plastic and it will create environmental pollution, right? So what more needs to be done? So you can see consumer pressure is important, and there is a big challenge, but as an individual, as a society, we should be able to contribute as much as we can. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll leave you here. Happy World Environment Day, and let's make every day we do something for environment. Every day is World Environment Day.